Hello everyone. Welcome back to Naruto Fix. Today we have another interesting what if Naruto story, which is what if Naruto and Shisui Uchiha met before the Uchiha Massacre. Part 1. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Now, without wasting any time, let's begin. The first time Naruto Uzumaki met Shisui Uchiha, he thought the guy was a thief. Mostly because Shisui was hanging upside down from a tree stealing apples. Naruto pointed dramatically from below. That's illegal. Shisui blinked. Still hanging upside down. You yelled that while trying to steal ramen 10 minutes ago. Naruto froze instantly. You saw that. Unfortunately. Silence. Then Naruto narrowed his eyes suspiciously. You followed me. Shisui casually tossed an apple upward before catching it again. You're loud enough to track from another country. Naruto looked offended. That's not true. At that exact moment, his stomach growled loud enough to echo through the forest. Shisui stared silently. Naruto crossed his arms stubbornly. Traitor stomach. Unexpectedly, Shisui laughed. Not the polite kind. A real laugh. Warm. Easy. And somehow, that immediately confused Naruto. Because most adults in Konoha either ignored him or looked at him like a problem. But this weird upside-down apple thief just laughed normally. Like Naruto was an actual kid instead of something inconvenient. Shisui finally dropped from the tree lightly. Black hair. Relaxed smile. Uchiha crest clearly visible on his back. Naruto immediately pointed. Oh, you're an Uchiha. Shisui raised an eyebrow. That sounded dangerous. Naruto scratched his cheek awkwardly. Well, people act weird whenever they talk about your clan. Shisui's smile weakened slightly. Yeah, for one tiny second, something heavy crossed his face. Gone almost instantly. But Naruto noticed, because he recognized that look. The look people got when talking about loneliness. Shisui tossed him an apple casually. Here. Naruto caught it immediately. Not poisoned. Shisui looked genuinely offended. I'm stealing fruit, not running an assassination plot. Naruto bit into the apple anyway. Then froze. This is really good. Quote. Shisui grinned proudly. Crime fruit tastes better. Naruto laughed loudly. And just like that, something strange happened. For the first time in years, someone from the Uchiha clan sat beside Naruto willingly. No disgust. No fear. No fake kindness. Just normal. The afternoon passed strangely fast after that. Mostly because Shisui somehow matched Naruto's energy perfectly. Which honestly should have been illegal. At one point, both nearly got chased by angry shopkeepers after Naruto loudly announced Shisui's apple crimes in public. You betrayed me. You betrayed yourself. That's different. Shisui laughed again while sprinting across rooftops with Naruto beside him. And for a while, everything actually felt simple. Until sunset. The moment they reached the edge of the Uchiha district, Shisui's entire mood changed. Naruto noticed immediately. The smile faded slightly, his posture stiffened, and his eyes quietly scanned the streets ahead. Like entering enemy territory instead of home. Naruto frowned. You okay? Shisui looked surprised for a second. Then smiled again. Too quickly. Yeah. Naruto immediately pointed. That was a fake smile. Silence. Shisui stared at him briefly. Then sighed softly. You're annoyingly observant. Naruto grinned proudly. Thanks. But deep down, he knew something felt wrong. The Uchiha district itself looked normal. Families walking home. Lights glowing through windows. Children laughing nearby. Yet underneath it all, tension lingered in the air strangely. Like everybody waited for something terrible to happen. Shisui quietly leaned against the railing overlooking the district. Do people stare at you too? Naruto blinked. What? Shisui looked toward the village silently. Like they already decided what you were before speaking to you. The question hit Naruto harder than expected. Because nobody his age ever asked things like that. Naruto slowly sat beside him. Yeah, Shisui nodded slightly. Like he expected that answer already. Then softly muttered. Guess we're both unlucky. Naruto frowned. You're super popular though. That actually made Shisui laugh bitterly. That's not the same thing. Quote. Before Naruto could ask more, another voice suddenly called out nearby. Shisui. Both turned instantly. A younger Itachi Uchiha stood at the end of the street calmly watching them. Naruto immediately blinked. Whoa. Because even as a kid, Itachi looked intense, calm, quiet, like he noticed everything around him constantly. Shisui smiled genuinely this time. Itachi. Naruto pointed between them dramatically. You know each other. Shisui stared. Yes. Naruto gasped. So there's two weird Uchihas. Itachi silently looked toward Shisui. Who is this? Naruto immediately answered himself. Naruto Uzumaki, future Hokage, believe it. Quote. Itachi blinked once slowly. Then unexpectedly, the corner of his mouth twitched slightly. Almost a smile. Naruto pointed instantly. He did a face thing. Shisui immediately burst out laughing again. Even Itachi looked mildly offended. I smiled before, not naturally. Rude. For several brief moments, the tension around the district actually disappeared. Just three kids standing beneath sunset light talking nonsense. Normal, simple, peaceful, and somehow, that made what happened next even worse. Because the moment Shisui looked toward the center of the village again, his expression darkened completely. Naruto followed his gaze. Several Anbu stood watching the Uchiha district rooftops from afar. Monitoring. Waiting. Naruto frowned. Why are they staring at your clan? Silence followed. Shisui didn't answer immediately. Neither did Itachi. The younger Uchiha's eyes lowered slightly. Then finally, Shisui quietly whispered, because the village is scared of us. Naruto blinked. Why? The wind moved softly through the street. Children laughed somewhere far away. And for one brief moment, Shisui looked incredibly tired despite smiling all day. Then softly answered the sentence that changed everything. Because everyone thinks the Uchiha clan is planning a rebellion. Quote. Silence settled over the street instantly. Even the evening wind suddenly felt colder. Naruto Uzumaki blinked repeatedly while staring between Shisui Uchiha and Itachi Uchiha. A rebellion. Shisui immediately smiled again. Too fast. Forget I said anything. Naruto pointed at him dramatically. That's not how words work. Itachi quietly sighed beside them. He won't let that go now. I noticed. Naruto crossed his arms stubbornly. Why would your clan rebel against the village? Neither Uchiha answered immediately. And honestly, that silence told Naruto more than words could. The laughter from earlier faded completely now. Far away, Anbu still watched the district rooftops silently. Watching families. Watching children. Watching people who were supposedly comrades. Naruto slowly frowned. That's messed up. Shisui looked slightly surprised. What is? Naruto pointed toward the Anbu. Being watched like criminals all the time. The older Uchiha stared at him briefly. Then quietly laughed. Not happily this time. You really say whatever you think. Quote. Naruto grinned proudly. Yep. Itachi studied Naruto carefully now. Because most people avoided discussing the Uchiha situation entirely. Yet Naruto reacted instantly. Not with fear. Not suspicion. Just understanding. Shisui suddenly looked toward the Hokage monument far beyond the district. Sometimes people fear things they don't understand. Naruto blinked. Then why not explain stuff better? Both Uchihas stared at him silently. Naruto scratched his cheek awkwardly. Was that dumb? Unexpectedly, Shisui laughed again. No. His smile softened slightly. Actually, that's probably the smartest thing anyone said about this mess. Quote. Itachi's eyes lowered thoughtfully. For a while, none of them spoke. The district lights slowly flickered on around them while dusk settled across Konoha. And somewhere deep inside Naruto, something strange happened. He realized the Uchiha clan felt familiar. Not because of power, because of isolation. People feared them before knowing them. Judged them before understanding them. Naruto knew exactly what that felt like. Then suddenly, a loud voice echoed across the street. Shisui. The atmosphere instantly changed. Several Uchiha adults nearby stiffened subtly. Shisui slowly turned. A tall Uchiha elder stood further down the road watching them. Cold eyes, severe expression, and the moment he noticed Naruto, his face darkened further. Why are you with him? Naruto frowned immediately. What's wrong with me? The elder ignored him completely. Instead, he looked toward Shisui sharply. The clan meeting already started. Shisui's relaxed posture tightened slightly. I know. The elder's gaze shifted briefly toward Itachi too. Then quietly added, your father is waiting. That sentence hit differently. Even Itachi's expression changed slightly. Naruto noticed immediately. The elder finally looked back toward Naruto. And for one uncomfortable second, Naruto recognized the same expression villagers often gave him. Distrust. The elder's voice became colder. The outsider should leave. Silence. Naruto slowly lowered his arms. Because no matter how many times it happened, that still hurt a little. Unexpectedly, Shisui stepped between them slightly. He's my friend. The elder frowned immediately. A Jinchuriki should not wander the district. Naruto froze. So did Itachi. Because nobody usually said that word openly around him. Jinchuriki. Weapon. Container. Monster. Naruto's smile weakened slightly. Oh. Shisui's expression darkened instantly. That's enough. The elder crossed his arms. You know tensions are already rising. His eyes shifted toward Naruto again. Being seen with the Nine Tails vessel only worsens matters. The atmosphere became painfully quiet. Naruto suddenly understood something horrible. The Uchiha clan wasn't just isolated. The village actively pushed them further away. Exactly like him. Maybe worse. Shisui quietly answered. If the village fears children talking together. His eyes sharpened slightly. Then the problem isn't us. The elder's expression hardened instantly. Careful. Itachi suddenly stepped forward calmly. That's enough for tonight. Everyone froze slightly. Because despite being younger, Itachi's voice carried strange authority already. The elder stared at him briefly. Then finally turned away. The meeting begins now. Several Uchiha nearby quietly followed him deeper into the district. Tension lingered heavily after they left. Naruto slowly looked toward Shisui. Sorry. Shisui blinked. For what? Naruto scratched his cheek awkwardly. Cause they got mad you were hanging out with me. Quote. Unexpectedly. Shisui smiled sadly. Naruto. He looked toward the darkening district quietly. They would have been angry no matter who I brought. Silence followed. Then suddenly, Itachi spoke softly. The clan believes the village blames us for the Nine Tails attack. Naruto froze. What? Shisui's smile disappeared completely now. Because Itachi wasn't supposed to say that openly. But the younger Uchiha continued anyway. Some villagers think the Sharingan controlled the Nine Tails. Naruto's stomach tightened painfully. The Nine Tails attack. The thing that ruined his childhood. The thing everyone hated him for. And now, another group suffered because of it too. Naruto slowly realized something terrible. So people hate us both. The wind moved softly through the street. Neither Uchiha answered. Because they didn't need to. Naruto sat down heavily near the railing again. That's stupid. Shisui quietly laughed once. Very. Then suddenly, a flare exploded high above the center of the village. Bright red. Anbu signal. Every shinobi nearby looked upward instantly. Itachi's eyes narrowed slightly. Emergency summons. Shisui frowned. That's unusual. Then, another flare appeared. This time directly above the Uchiha district. The atmosphere changed immediately. Several clan members emerged from homes looking tense. Anbu started moving across rooftops rapidly. Naruto blinked. One masked Anbu landed nearby instantly. Shisui Uchiha. The operative's voice sounded urgent. The Hokage requests your immediate presence. Quote. Shisui's expression sharpened. What happened? The Anbu hesitated briefly. Then quietly answered. Another clan accused the Uchiha military police of abuse. Silence. Naruto frowned. What's that mean? Quote. No one answered immediately. Because all three already understood. Another accusation. Another argument. Another reason for the village to distrust the Uchiha further. Shisui slowly looked toward the district behind him. Families watched nervously from windows now. The atmosphere felt suffocating. like one spark away from disaster. Then suddenly, Naruto grabbed Shisui's sleeve. Both Uchihas looked toward him. Naruto's voice became unusually serious. "Something bad's gonna happen, isn't it?" Silence followed. Long silence. Then finally, Shisui smiled again. But this time, it looked tired enough to break Naruto's heart. "I'm trying to stop it." The evening air felt heavier after that. Like the entire Uchiha district was holding its breath. Far above the rooftops, Anbu's shadows continued moving silently across the village. Watching, monitoring, waiting, and standing beneath the fading sunset, Naruto Uzumaki stared at Shisui Uchiha carefully. "What do you mean stop it?" Shisui immediately smiled again, too casually. "Adult stuff." Naruto pointed aggressively. "That's a fake answer." Unexpectedly, Itachi quietly agreed. "He's avoiding the question." Shisui looked betrayed. "You too." Itachi crossed his arms calmly. "You're terrible at lying." Rude. For one tiny moment, the tension eased slightly again. But Naruto noticed something important. Even when smiling, Shisui looked exhausted. Not physically, emotionally. Like he carried pressure too heavy for someone his age. The Anbu operative suddenly spoke again. Hokage-sama requested immediate attendance. Shisui sighed softly. Yeah. Then he looked toward Naruto. "You should head home." Naruto frowned instantly. "No." Shisui blinked. "Number." Naruto crossed his arms stubbornly. "You literally just said something terrible is happening." "I did not." "You implied it dramatically." "Fair." Naruto pointed toward the Uchiha district. "And everybody here looks scared all the time." The older Uchiha's smile weakened slightly. Naruto's blue eyes narrowed. "Plus you've got fake smiles." Itachi quietly nodded once. "He does." Shisui stared at him. "I'm being attacked from both sides." Naruto grinned proudly. "Exactly." But underneath the joking, something colder lingered now. Naruto could feel it. The Uchiha district didn't feel like a neighborhood anymore. It felt like people trapped waiting for judgment. Then suddenly, a loud crash echoed from deeper inside the district. Everyone froze instantly. Several Uchiha rushed toward the sound. Anbu immediately shifted positions across the rooftops. The operative beside them touched his masked communicator. "Report." A tense voice answered through static. "Another confrontation between military police and villagers." Shisui closed his eyes briefly. Again, Naruto frowned deeply. "Why does everyone keep fighting?" Quote. No one answered immediately. Finally, Itachi quietly spoke. "Fear grows faster than trust." Naruto blinked. That sounded super depressing. "It is." The younger Uchiha's calm honesty honestly scared Naruto a little. Because Itachi said painful things too naturally. Like someone already used to disappointment. Then suddenly, Naruto noticed something strange. Several villagers walking near the district entrance quickly turned away the moment they spotted Uchiha shinobi nearby. Fear. Distrust. The exact same expressions Naruto saw every day himself. His stomach tightened slightly. "They really do treat your clan differently." Shisui quietly looked toward the village center. "Things weren't always this bad." Quote. Naruto looked at him. "What changed?" Silence. The older Uchiha's expression darkened. Then softly, "The Nine Tails attack." The atmosphere instantly shifted. Naruto froze. Because every painful memory in his life traced back to that night somehow. Shisui continued quietly. "After the attack, his fingers tightened slightly. The village leadership moved the Uchiha district farther from the center." Naruto blinked. "Why?" Itachi answered calmly. "To monitor us easier." Silence crushed the street. Naruto slowly looked around again. The district really was isolated. Separated from the rest of Konoha almost unnaturally. Like someone intentionally pushed the clan away. Naruto whispered quietly. "That's messed up." Shisui laughed softly. "You say that a lot. Because people keep doing messed up things." Unexpectedly, that made Itachi's mouth twitch again slightly. Naruto immediately pointed. He did the face thing again. "Please stop calling it that." Shisui burst out laughing. And somehow, watching them laugh together hurt more than Naruto expected. Because deep down, He realized something terrifying. These moments were rare for them. Normal conversations, normal friendship, normal peace. Then suddenly, a cold chakra presence appeared nearby. All three froze instantly. Several Anbu landed across the rooftops surrounding the street. Not ordinary Anbu, masked differently. Animal masks painted entirely black. Shisui's expression changed immediately. Root. Naruto blinked. Wait, I know that creepy vibe. One operative stepped forward slowly. Shisui Uchiha. The atmosphere became dangerously tense. Even the regular Anbu nearby looked uncomfortable now. The root operative's voice echoed coldly. You were requested elsewhere. Shisui's eyes narrowed slightly. By Danzo. Not a question. The operative nodded once. Naruto frowned immediately. Why does every root person sound like they eat sadness for breakfast? Nobody answered him. The operative continued. The situation regarding the Uchiha clan progresses faster than expected. Silence. Even Itachi stiffened slightly at those words. Naruto looked between them confused. Okay, now everybody's talking like villains. Quote. Shisui quietly stepped forward. What did he do? The root operative remained emotionless. The council discusses preemptive solutions. The atmosphere froze instantly. Shisui's smile disappeared completely now. What kind of solutions? The operative's silence answered enough. Naruto slowly realized something horrible. Wait. He looked toward the Uchiha district around them. Then toward the masked shinobi. The village actually thinks the Uchiha are enemies. Nobody denied it. The realization hit Naruto harder than expected. Because suddenly, he understood why Shisui looked so tired. Why Itachi spoke like someone carrying invisible weight. Why Anbu watched children from rooftops. The village already decided the Uchiha were dangerous. Everything after that became inevitable. Naruto's fists slowly tightened. That's stupid. The root operative looked toward him coldly. The Nine-Tails vessel should not involve himself in clan affairs. Naruto immediately pointed aggressively. Stop calling me that. Red chakra flickered faintly around him instinctively. Several Anbu tensed immediately. Shisui noticed and quickly stepped between them. That's enough. The root operative's voice became colder. You waste time chasing peace. Shisui's eyes sharpened slightly. And you rush toward bloodshed. Quote. Silence. The wind moved softly through the district. Then suddenly, the root operative quietly whispered. Danzo already chose his side. The atmosphere became ice-cold instantly. Even Itachi's expression shifted slightly. Naruto looked around nervously. Why do I feel like everyone's talking about murder without saying murder? No one answered. Because Naruto was right. Shisui slowly closed his eyes briefly. Then softly muttered. There's still time. The root operative tilted his head slightly. For what? Shisui opened his eyes again. And for the first time since Naruto met him, real determination burned there. To stop the massacre before it happens. Quote. Silence swallowed the street completely. Even the wind seemed to stop moving. Naruto Uzumaki stared blankly at Shisui Uchiha. The what? The word massacre echoed painfully through the quiet district. Several nearby Uchiha froze. Even the regular Anbu on surrounding rooftops suddenly looked tense. The root operative remained emotionless. You speak too openly. Naruto immediately pointed at him. He just said massacre. Quote. Shisui quietly sighed. That slipped out worse than expected. Naruto looked genuinely horrified now. No, 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 no. He pointed between the district and the Anbu. You mean actual killing. Itachi slowly lowered his eyes. And that silence terrified Naruto more than any answer could. Naruto's voice became quieter. People are really thinking about hurting your clan. Shisui didn't answer immediately. Because the truth was worse. Not people, leadership, root, the council, maybe even parts of Konoha itself. The older Uchiha finally looked toward the darkening sky above the village. The clan grows angrier every month. Then toward the Anbu watching them. And the village grows more afraid. Naruto frowned deeply. So talk. The root operative almost laughed. Childish. Naruto spun toward him angrily. How is not killing people childish? Red chakra flickered faintly around him again. The operative ignored the outburst completely. The Uchiha prepare rebellion. Itachi finally spoke quietly. Some do. Silence followed instantly. Because hearing Itachi admit it made the situation feel horrifyingly real. Naruto looked toward him. Your own clan. Itachi nodded once. The distrust reached a breaking point. Naruto slowly realized something terrible. The village feared the Uchiha. The Uchiha hated the village. And both sides kept making each other worse. Like a fire feeding itself endlessly. Shisui suddenly looked toward Naruto carefully. That's why nobody can know we talked tonight. Naruto blinked. Why? The older Uchiha smiled weakly. Because you'd become another reason people distrust us. That answer hurt unexpectedly. Naruto looked down slightly. Oh. Shisui immediately noticed. And instantly regretted phrasing it that way. That's not what I meant. Naruto shrugged awkwardly. Kinda used to it. Silence. That sentence hit both Uchihas harder than Naruto realized. Because suddenly, they understood something important. Naruto and the Uchiha clan suffered from the exact same disease. Fear created isolation. Isolation created resentment. Resentment created monsters people expected to see. Itachi quietly stared at Naruto now. Because maybe, if someone treated Naruto differently earlier, his loneliness wouldn't hurt this deeply. And maybe, if someone treated the Uchiha differently earlier, this night wouldn't exist at all. Then suddenly, another explosion echoed from the village center. Boom. Everyone looked up instantly. A second red Anbu flare lit the sky. Emergency level. Several shinobi rushed across rooftops immediately. The root operative touched his communicator again. Then his expression changed slightly. The council meeting escalated. Shisui's eyes narrowed. What happened? The operative answered calmly. One elder requested authorization for preemptive containment of the Uchiha district. Silence. Naruto blinked. Containment. Itachi's face darkened instantly. Shisui quietly whispered. House arrest. The realization hit Naruto immediately. They wanna trap the whole clan. The root operative corrected coldly. Preventive security measures. Naruto pointed dramatically. That is just evil wording. Unexpectedly, even some regular Anbu nearby looked uncomfortable now. Because Naruto wasn't wrong. The village kept disguising fear as protection. Shisui suddenly turned fully toward the root operative. What exactly did Danzo suggest? The operative hesitated briefly, then quietly answered. Isolation first. Silence. Then colder. Elimination if necessary. Quote. Naruto froze completely. Number. The word escaped automatically. Because suddenly, everything became horrifyingly real. This wasn't politics anymore. People genuinely discussed wiping out the Uchiha clan. Itachi closed his eyes briefly. Not shocked. Just tired. Like part of him already expected this outcome eventually. Naruto looked toward him desperately. You knew. Itachi stayed silent. That silence answered enough. Naruto slowly stepped backward. His mind spun violently. The Uchiha weren't monsters. Shisui literally stole apples and laughed at stupid jokes. Itachi secretly smiled when Naruto acted dumb. There were children here. Families. Normal people. And someone wanted to erase them because fear became easier than understanding. Naruto's fists trembled. That's wrong. The root operative looked toward him coldly. The village must survive. Quote. Naruto snapped instantly. By killing its own people. The street trembled slightly beneath his chakra flare. Several Anbu shifted nervously now. Because Naruto's emotions weren't hidden anymore. Shisui quickly stepped forward again. Naruto calmed down. Naruto looked toward him sharply. How are you calm? For the first time, Shisui's smile vanished entirely. And underneath it, Naruto finally saw the truth. Fear, exhaustion, desperation. Because Shisui carried this alone every single day. I'm not calm. Silence crushed the street instantly. The older Uchiha looked toward his clan district quietly. I'm terrified. Naruto froze. Because hearing someone like Shisui admit fear felt wrong somehow. Shisui always smiled, always joked, always acted relaxed. But now, that mask finally cracked. If the coup begins, his voice became quieter. The village burns. Then even softer. And if the village strikes first? Dark eyes lowered painfully. The Uchiha die. Nobody spoke after that, because there wasn't an easy answer anymore. Only impossible choices. Then suddenly, Shisui looked directly at Naruto again. And for one brief moment, he looked hopeful. Naruto. Naruto blinked slightly. What? Shisui smiled sadly. Don't let them turn you into this. The words hit harder than anything else tonight. Because Naruto suddenly understood what Shisui really feared. Not just the massacre. The cycle. Fear creating hatred. Hatred creating violence. Violence creating more fear. The same thing already happening to Naruto too. The root operative suddenly stepped forward. Enough delays. Several masked shinobi appeared across the rooftops instantly. Dozens this time. The atmosphere became suffocating. Even the regular Anbu looked alarmed now. Shisui's expression sharpened immediately. Why are there so many root operatives here? The leader answered calmly. Because Danzo no longer trusts negotiations. Silence. Then, another figure appeared atop a nearby rooftop. Bandaged arm. Cold visible eye. Dark robes moving softly in the wind. Danzo Shimura himself. Naruto immediately frowned. Oh great. Danzo's gaze slowly moved across the district. Across Itachi. Across Naruto. And finally, stopped on Shisui. Then quietly, like he already decided everything, Danzo spoke the sentence that made the entire street feel doomed. The time for peace has ended. The entire Uchiha district went silent. Not normal silence. The suffocating kind that comes before disasters. Wind moved softly through empty streets while root operatives surrounded the rooftops above like shadows waiting to fall. And standing at the center of it all, Danzo Shimura calmly watched Shisui Uchiha. The time for peace has ended. Naruto immediately pointed upward. You are definitely the villain here. Several root operatives twitched slightly. Danzo ignored him completely. Instead, his visible eye remained fixed on Shisui. The clan moves closer to rebellion each day. Shisui stepped forward slowly. And your answer is slaughter. The atmosphere became ice cold. Even nearby Anbu looked uncomfortable hearing the words spoken openly now. Danzo's voice never changed. The village cannot survive civil war. Naruto frowned deeply. Then stop acting like crazy people. Danzo finally looked toward Naruto. And for the first time, Naruto felt genuinely uncomfortable under someone's stare. Not hatred. Calculation. Like Danzo constantly measured usefulness in everyone around him. The Nine-Tails vessel should not involve himself in matters beyond his understanding. Naruto crossed his arms stubbornly. I understand enough. Red chakra flickered faintly around him again. You're talking about killing innocent people. Danzo's expression remained unreadable. Innocence becomes irrelevant when villages collapse. Quote. Silence. That sentence disturbed even Itachi slightly. Naruto stared at Danzo blankly. That's horrible. Unexpectedly, Danzo answered calmly. It is reality. The wind moved softly through the district. Several Uchiha civilians now watched nervously from windows nearby. Children, parents, families. Naruto saw them, and suddenly, he couldn't stop imagining them dead. The thought made his stomach twist painfully. Shisui quietly stepped between Naruto and Danzo slightly. He's a child. Danzo's gaze sharpened faintly. So are many future casualties. Silence crushed the street. Naruto's fists slowly tightened again. Because Danzo didn't sound angry. That somehow made everything worse. Shisui suddenly spoke firmly. There's still another path. Danzo looked unimpressed. The Mangekyo plan failed. Naruto blinked. The what plan? Quote. Both Uchihas stiffened instantly. Shisui cursed internally. Danzo had said too much carelessly. Naruto immediately pointed dramatically. Nope. He pointed harder. You can't say mysterious words and then stop talking. Quote. Unexpectedly, even Itachi almost looked amused for half a second. Danzo ignored Naruto entirely. You wasted valuable time hoping emotions would solve rebellion. Shisui's eyes narrowed sharply. And you rushed toward murder because fear blinds you. Quote. The tension between them felt ancient somehow. Like this argument had already happened 100 times before tonight. Naruto slowly realized something important. Shisui wasn't just trying to save the Uchiha. He was trying to save the village from itself. Then suddenly, Danzo looked toward Itachi. The atmosphere changed instantly. Even Shisui stiffened slightly. Itachi, the younger Uchiha, remained silent. Danzo's voice lowered calmly. You understand sacrifice better than most. Naruto immediately frowned. Why does that sound threatening? No one answered. Because deep down, everyone there understood exactly what Danzo was doing. Testing him. Measuring him. Shisui stepped forward instantly. He stays out of this. Danzo's visible eye shifted back toward him. You already failed. Silence. The words hit harder than a physical blow. Because part of Shisui feared they were true. The clan no longer trusted the village. The village no longer trusted the clan. And somewhere between both sides, peace slowly died. Naruto looked around desperately. Why does nobody just talk honestly? Danzo answered immediately. Because honesty started this crisis. Naruto blinked. What? The older man slowly looked toward the Uchiha district. The clan demanded equality after the Nine Tails attack. Quote. Then colder. The village answered with suspicion. Shisui's jaw tightened slightly, and both sides kept escalating. Danzo nodded once. Correct. Naruto stared blankly. So everybody just made each other worse on purpose. Quote. It was inevitable. Naruto snapped instantly. That doesn't even make sense. Red chakra surged around him briefly. Several root operatives tensed immediately. Naruto pointed angrily toward the district. There are kids here. Then toward the village center. And people over there are scared too. His voice echoed harder through the street. So why does everybody keep choosing the worst possible option? Exclamation mark quote. Silence followed. A painful silence. Because Naruto accidentally reached the truth nobody wanted to admit. Fear had grown too long. Too deep. Too poisoned. Then suddenly, Shisui softly laughed. Everyone looked toward him. Not happy laughter. Tired laughter. Naruto. His dark eyes softened slightly. You really are strange. Naruto frowned. That's not an answer. No. Shisui smiled sadly. But it's why I still think peace might exist someday. Quote. Danzo's expression darkened immediately. Hope makes shinobi weak. Shisui looked directly at him. No. The older Uchiha's voice sharpened quietly. Fear does. Silence crushed the district again. And for one dangerous second, Naruto honestly thought Danzo might attack him right there. Instead, Danzo slowly turned away. The council convenes again tonight. His visible eye shifted toward Shisui one last time. When negotiations fail, the wind moved softly around the rooftops. History will remember who hesitated. Then Danzo vanished into darkness. The root operatives disappeared after him instantly. One by one, leaving only cold silence behind. Naruto exhaled shakily. I really hate that guy. Unexpectedly, Itachi quietly answered. You should. Naruto blinked. Because hearing Itachi openly say that felt shocking somehow. Shisui slowly rubbed his face tiredly. For the first time all night, he genuinely looked close to breaking. Naruto hesitated briefly, then quietly asked, What's the Mangekyo plan? Silence. Itachi immediately looked toward Shisui sharply. The older Uchiha stayed quiet for several long seconds. Then finally, he sat slowly atop the railing overlooking the district. I have a Sharingan ability. Naruto blinked. Okay. Shisui's expression darkened slightly. One powerful enough to change minds. The atmosphere shifted instantly. Even Itachi became tense now. Naruto frowned deeply. Like brainwashing. Shisui looked away. Something close. Naruto froze. Because suddenly, he understood the horror hidden behind Shisui's exhaustion. Danzo wanted peace through control. Forced peace. And judging from Shisui's expression, he hated that idea himself. Naruto slowly sat beside him again. You were gonna use it on your own clan. Shisui didn't answer, but Naruto already knew. The older Uchiha quietly stared at the district lights below. At first, his voice became softer. I thought stopping the coup peacefully was enough. Then bitterly. But now I'm starting to wonder if forcing peace is just another kind of violence. Silence. Itachi lowered his eyes slightly. Naruto looked toward the village in the distance. Then toward the district around him. And suddenly, he felt something terrifying. Hopelessness. Like the massacre hadn't happened yet. But somehow everyone already carried pieces of it inside them. Night settled fully over the Uchiha district. Lights glowed softly behind windows while silent Anbu shadows moved endlessly across the rooftops above. Watching, waiting, preparing, and sitting atop the railing overlooking the isolated district, Naruto Uzumaki quietly stared toward the village center. For the first time in his life, Konoha didn't feel warm. It felt divided, broken in places nobody wanted to admit existed. Beside him, Shisui Uchiha remained unusually silent. No jokes, no relaxed smile, just tired eyes watching the clan district below. And nearby, Itachi Uchiha stood quietly beneath the streetlights like someone carrying far more weight than a child should. Naruto finally muttered, "This whole thing sucks." Unexpectedly, Shisui laughed softly. "Yeah." Naruto looked toward him carefully. "You really think people are gonna die?" Silence followed. Long painful silence. Then finally, Shisui answered honestly, "I think everyone already started dying a little inside." The wind moved softly through the street. Several Uchiha civilians hurried home nearby while avoiding the Anbu watching from above. Children clung nervously to parents. Adults whispered behind closed doors. Fear lived everywhere now. Naruto hated it, because it reminded him too much of himself. The looks, the distance, the suspicion. The village already decided what the Uchiha were. Exactly like they decided what Naruto was years ago. Then suddenly, Naruto stood up abruptly. Both Uchihas looked toward him. Naruto pointed dramatically toward the Hokage monument. "Well, I'm gonna fix it someday." Silence. Shisui blinked. "Fix what exactly?" Naruto crossed his arms proudly. "All the stupid stuff." Itachi quietly asked. "That is your plan?" Naruto nodded confidently. "Yep. That's not a real strategy." Naruto immediately pointed at him. "Neither is massacring people." Silence crushed the street again. Because somehow, Naruto's simple logic kept cutting deeper than all the political arguments surrounding the village. Shisui slowly smiled again. This time, genuinely. "You know." He looked toward Naruto carefully. "Most people stop believing things can change after seeing darkness." Naruto shrugged. "Then they're dumb." Unexpectedly, Itachi almost smiled again. Naruto immediately gasped. "He did it. Please stop announcing my expressions." Shisui burst out laughing quietly. And for one brief moment, the world felt normal again. Three boys talking beneath village lights. No politics. No massacre. No fear. Just peace. But only for a moment. Because suddenly, a bell rang somewhere deep inside the village. Low, heavy. Emergency council summons. Shisui's smile faded instantly. Itachi's expression darkened too. Naruto looked between them nervously. "That's bad, right?" Shisui slowly stood. "Yeah." The older Uchiha looked toward the village center for several long seconds. Then finally, he reached into his pocket and tossed Naruto something small. Naruto caught it instinctively. An Uchiha police badge. Old, scratched, broken slightly at one edge. Naruto blinked. "What's this for?" Shisui smiled softly. "So you remember tonight." Naruto frowned. "I'm not forgetting this weird depressing conversation." Shisui laughed once quietly. Then unexpectedly, his expression turned serious again. "Naruto." The younger boy looked up. And for the first time all night, Shisui looked genuinely afraid. "If something happens to me." Itachi instantly looked toward him sharply. "Shisui." But Shisui kept speaking anyway. "Don't hate the village." Silence. Naruto froze. Because suddenly, the air itself felt wrong. Like the future already started collapsing around them. Naruto gripped the broken badge tightly. "What are you talking about?" Shisui looked toward the dark sky above Konoha. "People do terrible things when fear becomes stronger than love." The wind moved softly around the district rooftops. Ambush shadows continued watching from afar. And somewhere beyond the village center, Danzo already moved pieces across the board nobody else could see. Itachi stepped closer quietly. You still plan to meet the clan leaders tonight? Not a question. Shisui nodded once. I have to try. Naruto immediately stepped forward. Then I'm coming too. Both Uchihas instantly answered. No. Naruto pointed angrily. You can't just say massacre stuff and then leave. Quote. Shisui knelt slightly so their eyes met evenly. And suddenly, Naruto noticed tears hidden deep behind the older Uchiha's smile. Not visible tears. The kind someone carried too long. Naruto. His voice became very soft. Some battles can only be fought by the people inside them. Silence. Naruto hated that answer. Because deep down, it sounded final. Then unexpectedly, Shisui reached forward and flicked Naruto's forehead lightly. Exactly the way Itachi did sometimes. Naruto blinked in surprise. What was that for? Shisui grinned faintly. So you stop making that face. What face? The one where you're trying not to cry. Naruto immediately looked offended. I was not. Sure. Even Itachi's mouth twitched slightly again. Then suddenly, a cold gust of wind swept through the district. The emergency bell rang again. Louder this time. Urgent. Shisui slowly stood fully. And somehow, Naruto suddenly understood something terrifying. This might be the last peaceful night the Uchiha clan ever had. The older Uchiha looked toward the district one final time. Families inside glowing homes. Children laughing faintly somewhere in the distance. People living ordinary lives completely unaware how close death already stood around them. Then Shisui quietly whispered, I won't let them destroy this. Quote. Itachi lowered his eyes silently. Naruto gripped the broken badge harder. And deep inside, for the very first time, he began hating the shinobi world itself. Because suddenly he understood something horrifying. The Uchiha massacre wasn't going to happen because monsters existed. It was going to happen because ordinary people became too afraid to stop it. Shisui finally turned away toward the village center. Itachi followed silently beside him. And before disappearing into the darkness, Shisui glanced back toward Naruto one last time. Still smiling. Still carrying impossible hope. Then both Uchihas vanished across the rooftops beneath the moonlight, leaving Naruto alone in the quiet street. The broken Uchiha badge resting in his hand. Far above Konoha, clouds slowly covered the moon. And somewhere deep inside the darkness of the village, Danzo quietly whispered the order that would change history forever. Prepare for the fall of the Uchiha.